hurt my hand today, so gotta hold on. Okay, so today on how far will he go? The answer is the same as yesterday, and the day before, and the day before, and that's pretty fucking far. So let's take a look at what we got going on. The Epstein files, the Epstein files, the Epstein files. Look here. If it was up to Donald Trump, the Epstein files would have never come out. He did everything he could to fight against the Epstein files. Although before he was in office, the Epstein files is a big deal. Epstein files is a big deal. And of course, for his MAGA friends, they were really wired up and wanting to see that too, because Trump said he was going to release the Epstein files and let all those Democratic people that were mixed up with Epstein, they're going to bring that all out. Now, let me tell you something. Donald Trump initially chose Matt Gaetz to be his attorney general. Now think about that. Matt Gaetz. Isn't that the guy that got accused of having sex with underage girls in Florida or something like that? Or paying them on Venmo or some shit like that? Yeah. So if he would have made it in to be attorney general, the whole Epstein case would have just gone away. So, but for Trump, you know what I'm saying, that would have been perfect. So, but the Republicans were wired up about the Epstein files, and of course, the Democrats wanted it to come out too, because the thing is, it doesn't matter. It does not matter who you are. If you are over there screwing those little girls, those 13-year-old, 14-year-old, and I don't know who this email came from, but I saw this earlier where somebody sent an email to Epstein telling him that they got some new Brazilian, really sexy, 9 years old. I don't know. Why would they black out the name of who that email came from to Jeffrey Epstein about them having a Brazilian 9-year-old, sexy, cute? So, I mean, why? Whose name did they black out? Who sent Epstein the email saying that he got some nice Brazilians in? I don't know. But I'm going to say this. If Matt Gaetz was the attorney general, hey, Trump wouldn't have nothing to worry about. Order? Hey, what's up? Anna Boot? Give me a thumbs up, fool. All right, so if Matt Gaetz was the attorney general, anything that Trump wanted would have been, swept under the rug. So, but still, it's getting worse. It's getting worse because the messages and the emails are coming out now. The girls found ways to get their messages out. One of them wrote code. And in that code, she spoke about Ivana Trump. She spoke about how Trump, if you've been with him, you got no respect. Nothing but Skittles. See, because Trump liked to give sweet things to young girls all the time. He liked to hand out candy. He's that kind of guy. He's the kind of guy. He's the kind of guy that my parents warned me against. I can tell you that. But nevertheless, Donald Trump wanted Matt Gaetz as his attorney general. This is the guy who was having sex with 16, 17-year-olds in Florida, paying them over Venmo or whatever. So Trump already knew what was coming with the Epstein thing. He already knew. And he knew that that Gates would have played 100% and that nothing would have made its way out that made him look bad in any kind of way. So, but I'm going to tell you what, it's getting worse because every day that they talk about the Epstein files, Trump is doing something else to try to make us or you look the other way. And the thing who, the thing that's me is that you're supposed to look the other way about is the fact that they took 700 agents out of ICE agents out of Minnesota. So that comes from Tom Homan. So he may be taking them out of your. I'm talking about the situation in America, although I'm sitting in Germany. I'm talking about how it affects us here in Germany. And the whole thing in America, what is coming. And what is coming is not good, okay? So in the end result of this all in America, Trump will be out of this picture and the Russian puppet will be in. So the question is, who will that Russian puppet be? In regards to the Democrats, they have not figured out a way to deal with Trump in a way that's going to help him get out of office or to get him impeached. So they need to be on Article 2, Section 4, no? Because there's so many things that he has done that is against his oath of office that he should be impeached 100%. And that goes for Kash Patel and Pam Bondi and freaking Kennedy over at HSS and Hegseth. As soon as Trump is gone, they're all going to jail. They're all going to jail. All right? He's not going to be able to protect them when he's gone. And what's coming is a very bad thing because when the shit hits the fan, then the government is going to shut down completely and there is going to be internal fight and it's not going to be pretty. And I don't see how we're going to avoid this situation unless we figure it out. And that's the only way we're going to be able to figure it out is if freaking the Democrats get with the Supreme Court and work Article 2, Section 4. There's no other way. All right. And as far as the girls, I'm sorry to say that I do not see any kind of way that, yeah, shit's been hitting the fan for a while. Yeah, there's no other way that this is going to change without a peaceful resolution unless they do it behind closed doors. So if that's going to happen, I'm going to be doing some research, talking to some people. I've already heard some stuff, but how it's going to be done, I don't know. Okay, so hopefully there's going to be a change. When I get a specific date, I will let you guys know. But just so you know, there is pushback going on, and there is a lot of people pushing back, people from MAGA, people not in MAGA, and the fact that these bodies that were buried on Epstein's ranch, they need to be found. And I'm telling you now, the ranch in New Mexico, the Zorro Ranch, that's where the most of the evidence is going to be found. All right, that's where your duplicates are at. That's where your copies are at. And I guarantee you, there's a lot of dead bodies on that farm. I mean, on that ranch. So if nobody's looking for them, that's all right. But when the Democrats get back in power, I can guarantee you they're going to go looking for them. You see, I, as a Republican, am not happy to see the Republicans get voted out, but I would rather have them voted out than freaking Donald Trump and MAGA. And the fact is that there's too much pedophilia going on over there, and you guys need to stop that shit. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'm Matt Fox. This is Matt Fox on the Tube, and this was How Far Will He Go?